Welcome to ShumKast!
Welcome back, guys. We're episode 16.
Are you sure this time?
I think so.
You positive?
Was it 15 last one?
Yeah, 15 was last one, even though we were saying it was 14.
Okay, yeah, it's 15. Yeah, because I'm editing 10, and I said 9.
Yeah.
So from 10 to 15, I'm going to be dubbing over
Yeah.
me. So it's going to be a little funny.
It's going to be a little funny. So I'm Ash.
I'm Shum.
And welcome to ShumKast. So before we get started into this, I kind of want to just go backwards for a second to one of our last podcasts when we talked about video games. Was that I think that was our last one, wasn't it?
Our last podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
that was video games. So it's actually, this is actually perfect time. So Sony pulled something very surprising.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're releasing an exclusive, well, what was considered an exclusive, onto Xbox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They finally broke the exclusivity train.
Yeah. So I was on my Series X, and I was like, wait, what? I saw a little tile for Helldivers 2. I'm like, wait, what? Why are they advertising? And then I click, it was like, pre-order. I'm like, oh, shit.
Wow.
And
congrats, Sony. You did it.
yeah, I know. Seriously. Good job.
Hands to Sony.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
They finally caved, I guess. But, I mean, the more surprising thing is the fact that they're only selling it for $40.
Oh, isn't that what it was?
For a PlayStation, yeah.
Okay.
I believe it was only $40.
Yeah, okay.
But the fact they're still only selling it for $40 on Xbox, kudos.
Yeah,
I
kudos
mean, the
to
game's
Sony.
been out for a while, but still, I mean,
Maybe Sony is better than Nintendo.
at least in this regard, they are.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're finally showing some light, some of the force.
I don't know. I'm also kind of thinking that maybe they're starting to wake up and waking up and smelling the roses after seeing how much money Microsoft is making after the release of Indiana Jones on the PlayStation.
Yeah, they're making money,
Yeah,
and that's at the end of the day, that's what they want: money.
exactly.
This is all just a money scheme.
It is, but you know what? The more platforms a game could be on, I think it's better for everybody.
Yeah, I think the whole exclusivity thing is stupid.
Yeah, I agree. But now with that being said, let's move on to tonight's topic, which you thought of, which is we're going to talk about the internet.
Yes, the internet. It's come a long way.
It has.
Very much so. Even the past 10 years, it's somewhat changed. Not for the better.
Yeah, we're going to... I have a good one to talk about that a little bit later.
All right.
When we get delve into it. So it's interesting because in a way, I grew up with the internet.
You saw it grow.
I didn't really start using the internet until I would say maybe late 94, early 95, where I was actually kind of I had friends who were like, oh, I got email. I'm like, what, email? What's that?
Yeah.
And then, the internet thing, and then I don't think I had my first email until 90. I want to say 96, 97. Yeah, I think it was 96 or 97.
Wow.
And I had a Hotmail address.
Hotmail.
Yeah.
Who remembers that thing?
It's still around.
Really?
I believe so, yeah.
Really?
Really?
I thought everyone just uses Gmail.
Yeah.
Maybe Outlook on a rare occasion.
I definitely still use Gmail, and then I had a Yahoo account as well.
Didn't they shut it down?
Yeah, I think that Yahoo did, yeah.
Yeah.
But I did have, it was so it's interesting how much the internet has changed, and unfortunately it's not for the better. So we have I have 3 figures on the table here.
Yes.
And it was 2 are Marvel, but they actually serve a purpose. So Stan Lee over here, and the background is kind of I viewed it as the promise of the internet, what the future. There's the optimistic future of ooh, the internet's going to be amazing. It's going to change your life, and it did.
It did.
Obi-Wan here is kind of how I'm feeling today, a hermit or a nomad, just wading through the vast desert of information.
Yeah.
It's just you're just sifting through it. You're not really seeing anything of real purpose. It's just all chaff.
It's definitely made reading convenient for articles, to find a newspaper.
Yeah, and then Mysterio is the perfect embodiment of like you can't trust anything you see on the internet anymore.
That's true, especially with AI. We
Yeah.
delve into that.
Yeah,
already.
we'll delve into that today. We delved into that in our conspiracy theory, but it's going to come back tonight in this episode.
It's gonna make a return.
It's making a return. It's coming in fierce.
And all lighthearted now, Miku's here.
Yeah, Miko, yeah.
She's a internet sensation. I believe she originated on the internet. I think I might be wrong.
You would be wrong. She's just a Vocaloid. I mean,
Yeah, but then people would launch their Vocaloid stuff on like YouTube or something too.
I guess, yeah.
You know, that's how a lot of Vocaloid orders got big. They started with Miku or like some other Vocaloid, and then they became an actual music producer. So you know, thank her.
Yeah, thank her for like fake voices.
Yeah, you know, she's AI before AI. Even
Yeah.
though actual people voiced her AI toolkit
Yeah.
or like her voice box. So she's technically AI? I don't know.
Yeah. But it's interesting. I was thinking like I went for because we're doing our challenge, which is still ongoing.
How long has it been?
I think it's been like a week and a half now.
It's only been a week.
Week and a half, 2 weeks maybe.
I think it's 2 weeks.
Maybe
it's 2 weeks.
I guess we'll see when we review the next one. The episode launch, when we see the episode, we announce when we did the challenge.
Yes.
So when I was on my walk and I was thinking about this subject since you proposed it earlier today, and one of the things that stuck out the most, at least for myself, is how much my habits in using the internet has changed. So, back in the late 90s, Google was really in its infancy.
Yeah.
Literally. And so search engines were very rudimentary. They're nowhere near where they are today. And it really was the Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you never knew what we were going to... Like, when you did a search, you didn't know what was going to populate.
Yeah.
Some would be relevant, and then others would be like, well, wait, maybe this is what you want, but if not, here it is anyways. And then our options for viewing the internet, there was Internet Explorer.
Hell yeah. That's my favorite browser.
And Netscape. Or as my dad used to call it, Netscrap.
I think Internet Explorer is now Microsoft Edge. They made it edgy, like cooler.
No, I think it's Bing now. Or is Bing dead?
Well, Microsoft
No, it is Edge. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then, today we have, like, the big browsers are, you have Internet Explorer still around, or Edge, was now Edge.
Yeah.
You have Chrome, which is Google's.
Like #1 browser nowadays.
Opera's still around, which I know a lot of people, you use it, don't you?
I did, but then the browser got pretty slow.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is it slow? And I heard it's Chinese spyware now. So I'm like, all right, let's go back to Chrome.
Yeah. And then there's Firefox.
Yeah.
And
it's no longer a fox. It's like a weird abstract circle thing now.
Well,
they removed the fox.
It's still called Firefox.
Yeah. I just hate that they removed the fox. It's just a tail now. That's what it is.
Yeah. And then Safari, which is Apple's.
Just use Chrome.
It's funny, even on my Mac, I generally use Chrome, but it's weird. I've actually found myself using more Safari more now.
Really?
The problem with Chrome, I've noticed, is it's a lot of memory bloat.
It does do that, yeah. And that's why, like, people are advertising Opera GX. They're like, you could conserve your CPU power and, less memory.
But the thing is, I can do that with Safari.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm not too familiar with Safari.
Well, you don't have a Mac, so...
I used a Mac, like, back in middle school, and that was it.
Yeah, but, you're all PC and I'm all Mac.
Yeah, I'm a Windows guy.
Yeah. I mean, I've used Windows, and I don't have a problem with just my field. Most people use Mac, so I'm forced to use Mac. Not by choice, it's just by circumstance.
I mean, at least it's not Linux. I heard Linux is good, though.
You mean Linux?
Or Linux, whatever.
Linux.
People say Linus TikTok tips, that tech guy on YouTube.
Yeah, Linus Tech Tips.
Yeah, I call him Linus TikTok tips.
So, but yeah, I was thinking about like how much my internet behavior has changed over the years. before, I just a lot of it was like searching for like anime related stuff because living in the U.S. is much more of a desert in terms of like available content. So you would search for like we had something called the Anime Web Turnpike.
What the heck?
It still exists, but there's really no need to use it anymore in the way like back then it was like a collection of like site links and stuff like that. So you could like if you're a fan of Dragon Ball, it would give you a list of stuff that's related to Dragon Ball. You can click around the neck, and these are all like fan made sites for the most part.
Oh, okay. It's a recommender.
It was more of like a directory.
Okay. So it's like the Netflix For You tab before Netflix For You tab.
I kinda, but it's just for just for fan created content for the most part. But it was a great resource back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And as time marched on, it became less and less relevant.
Because now you got like Crunchyroll and other.
Well, I mean,
sites.
these are, I mean, like Crunchyroll and stuff like that. Those are all just web streaming streaming sites. Anime Web Turnpike was just fan sites where people like would post images or drawings or fan fiction.
Okay. I see.
It was just it was a community site in a way.
It was like anime Reddit.
In a way, yeah. But I mean, there was you couldn't interact with people on it. They were
Right.
just literally links to sites.
Okay.
And then as time progressed, then you would start to see like, I'd say like the late, like near the like 98, 99, you're starting to see more like web forums. Because before it was a lot of IRC chat. But then you'd see more web forums. And you would just interact with people all over the world on the web forums.
I see.
And it was, again, still the Wild West. Nothing was relegated. Nothing was filtered.
Yeah.
Cancel culture was not a thing yet. So you could get into heated debates with somebody, and then, eventually time would just pass, and it was like water on the bridge.
I don't think it was a thing until like 10 years ago.
Yeah. And then, after... And I think, we talked about this way earlier in the beginning, like we were talking about animation and stuff like that. Flash came onto the scene like 99, 2000.
Rest in peace, Adobe Flash.
Yeah, seriously.
All those cool math games that would play them at school.
Like just a lot of cool shit was made in Flash back in the day.
Yeah.
But the Flash, and then you had like multimedia sites. Like one of my favorite sites in like 2000 was a site called Heavy.com.
Heavy.com?
Yeah.
What's on there?
It was an entertainment site, but it had like really funny videos. It was kind of like the birthplace of the old, the redubbing of the G.I. Joe PSAs.
Oh, okay.
Like barbecue sandwiches, pulled pork sandwiches.
This was pre-YouTube, I guess.
This was very pre-YouTube.
Okay.
Then one of your favorites, which was Flash made into the internet, was Happy Tree Friends.
I love that shit. It's on Crunchyroll.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll.
But yeah, Happy Tree Friends started as Flash cartoons.
Yeah, and I watched a history video about that. It's crazy how they just made a bunch of animals kill each other on Flash in like the most grotesque ways.
But Flash was great for creating animations.
It was.
It was a great tool for making animations. And it was, I mean, the files weren't small, but you had vectored animations, which was great because you could have it super tiny. You could scale it to 4K and it would still look super crisp.
Yeah, that's right. You're not sacrificing like any quality.
Yeah, because they weren't bitmapped. So I mean, Flash was revolutionary in the way. And the thing is, and this is a hill I will die on. I think killing Flash was the dumbest thing.
Yeah, why did they kill Flash?
One name, Steve Jobs.
That's it.
He didn't want Flash on the iPhone. And the reason he didn't want Flash on the iPhone, in my opinion, is because it negated the whole reason for the App Store. Why would I need an App Store if I could just have somebody build something in Flash? And just, you can access it to the web browser, like to Safari Mobile.
That's true, yeah.
So it's like the App Store becomes like, okay, well, I'm going to pay Apple more money to play a game when somebody could just build a Flash mobile game.
Yeah, that's true.
Not to say Flash wasn't without its flaws. It definitely had a lot of security flaws.
Oh, yeah. There was like a lot of sketchy sites with Flash.
Yeah, I mean, and then one of the bigger arguments was like, oh, Flash is buggy and stuff like that. It's like, Flash is like anything else. It was an application, and things made in Flash were only good as its developers. Mm-hmm. So if you had a crappy developer, you're gonna have a buggy. You're gonna have a
crappy Flash game.
Exactly.
Or animation.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I did Flash development for almost 10 years.
Damn.
And I got good at it. But I saw my share of like really bad things built in Flash, and the worst part with Flash, it got really synonymous for advertising. Mm-hmm. So like the banner ads, the majority of those were built in Flash, and people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So people like, oh, another Flash ad, I don't want to see it. So it got a bad name. Mm-hmm. But on the flip side of it, there was a lot of cool things that were done with Flash, and you're like, oh shit, this is amazing. And you couldn't do that in HTML or CSS, and Jobs was pushing, HTML5 is going to change the internet. And like, we went 5 steps backwards, and we still haven't really gotten back to what all the things we could have done with Flash. Mm-hmm. And this is the one reason why I liked Flash in general, was like when I did development, is because it was a one bullet multi-kill solution.
Oh, I see.
And what I mean by that is I could build a site in Flash, and once I put it up on the web, I know it's going to work on every browser, and it's going to look the same in every browser.
You don't got to like make micro adjustments for like
exactly.
Safari or Opera.
Exactly. And the reason for that is, now the only thing that I would there, like if I had like to deal with pop-ups or anything like that, then I'd have to make exceptions, mainly for Internet Explorer. Mm-hmm. But within the Flash wrapper itself, the wrapper was universal between browsers. Mm-hmm. The thing that made life difficult for most web developers is the fact that each browser interpreted both HTML and CSS and Java or JavaScript. They had different ways that each browser wanted to interpret the data. Yeah. So the one way Safari would interpret data would be different from Internet Explorer. So what would happen is like you built something. So example, say you built a website using CSS, and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, Internet Explorer doesn't respect padding or divs or whatever. So you'd have to write an exception just for Internet Explorer, or you'd have to write an exception for Chrome or whatever, just because the way the browser would interpret the data, it'd say, nope, this is how we interpret the data. So you had to write it this way. I see. So it was a pain in the butt, but Flash negated all that because it was all self-contained.
Get out of jail free card, pretty much.
In a sense, yeah.
I see. It just made life easier. Less stress.
For a Flash developer, it definitely made life easier, and then also for content providers. So if you're a Hollywood studio and you want to make a website promoting your new film, Flash was a great avenue, because now you could have like a full page interactive website, full bleed video. Yeah. And people were like, wow, as opposed to like at that time, you couldn't do that with HTML. You can do it now, but back then it was impossible to do without killing the browser.
Right. Yeah. It just took way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's fireworks going on. 4th of July happened recently, so if the mic's capturing that,
it's not gunshots. It's just fire. It's like we've had random fireworks late at night.
Yeah. It's that time of year.
Yeah.
They're just shooting out random fireworks.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Flash. I didn't touch Flash for developing.
No, but you played Flash, built games.
Yeah, so Flash for me is like a pretty nostalgia thing, because I would go on these websites as a kid, either at home or even at school, when I'm like done with work or like assignments and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they would just like have a bunch of cool Flash games. There was a Flash game of Super Smash Bros. That was sick. I know a lot of people know what I'm talking about, I hope, if you're like around my age. Yeah, some guy made a Flash game of Super Smash Bros. I think it was based off Melee. Okay. And they had like Mario, Sonic, had like a whole bunch of, I think it has Cloud. And I'm like, holy crap, this was Smash Bros. Ultimate before Ultimate even came out. This was pre-Ultimate, like 10 years prior. Yeah. And it had Sora. I was like, oh my goodness. And then they developed Smash Bros. 2 for Flash. So that was a fun game. There's just a bunch of Mario and Sonic Flash games that I enjoyed. There's this other one. It's like a very big stress reliever game. You like find ways to kill your boss. I'm like, that's dark, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It made my little monkey goober brain go wild. I produced so much dopamine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a pretty big nostalgia thing. Just going on Flash games and just playing whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever looked interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of them had clickbait thumbnails.
Yeah, and then like around I would say 2011, 2012, I think was when Flash died.
Yeah. And then
maybe 2013, but yeah, I just remember that people were like celebrating. I was like,
I mean, they finally shut it down recently, doesn't like?
Well, it's funny because Flash isn't fully dead. It's still being like part of it's still being used for actually video serving. But like Flash as we know it is definitely dead.
Yeah. Okay. Because I remember like a couple years back, like 4 or 5 years ago at this point, they like finally shut down Flash.
Yeah.
And it's like any website or game that had Flash.
Well, no, there's no browsers that support Flash anymore. That's
okay,
for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just unable to load it up now.
Yep.
So
yeah,
it's a sad day.
Yeah.
When that happened.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and then so it was like after Flash died, I was like, eh. And the quality of stuff on the internet was pretty stagnant for quite a while.
Oh, and Flash died?
Yeah.
So like what, 20?
So I would say like 2012, 2013. Like the caliber of like sites were nowhere near in terms of like interesting or innovative in terms of like interactivity and stuff like that. I mean, they're getting better now.
Yeah.
They've definitely gotten closer.
Yeah.
But it's still not the same. I wonder what things would be like now if Flash lived.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be
I mean, it all, like I said, it just boils down. Like the big problem is like internet browsers still interpret things their own way. There's still been no universal standard for like how browsers are supposed to interpret data.
Yeah.
Or interpret code for presenting a web page.
Yeah, I mean, the only websites I go on is like YouTube.
Yeah, and that's, and I think
Instagram.
This is a perfect time for us to segue into tinfoil hat territory a bit because of what do you think about dead internet theory?
Dead internet theory?
Yeah.
I might have heard of it, but I need to run
dead internet
that by me.
Yeah, so dead internet theory is basically within the last, I want to say like 10 years. Majority of the content is like 80% of the content is AI generated.
10 years from now?
No, starting 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah, so a majority of the content is not created by people. It's created by an algorithm or AI.
How does that work? Like we talking YouTube videos or like other stuff?
We're just talking about just like chats in on a thread or.
Oh yeah, most definitely like upvotes or like
exactly, and
stuff.
then so even just like even content like written content is like written by AI or written by just to push people in one direction or another to its benefit to like either sell a product or continue to get you to continue to consume information from X, Y, or Z.
I wouldn't be surprised just because like there's a lot of stuff that gets shared just out of nowhere, like ransom information, and I'm like, why am I seeing this? How did it pop up in my feed?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what that's where I was talking about. Like, that's kind of like how I feel here, and it's like between these two, it's like one of the things I enjoy watching right now, and it's stupid, but it's those the Sasquatch AI generated videos.
Oh, those.
I mean, they're hilarious, but it's all AI generated. And then now that I've been watching them, I'm getting served more and more of it. And so as I'm doom scrolling, I'm seeing another AI video, like where it's the Yeti or it's Sasquatch or it's both of them.
I mean, those play a part on like your cookies, don't they? Like.
No, they're more based off of algorithms that are being supplied like your viewing habits. So it's not really a cookie per se. It's just.
I mean, YouTube has the same thing. It's like if you watch like a certain video or click on like a certain video genre a lot, it'll start recommending you like.
Yeah, but
something
the other
related.
thing too is like you'll have like I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about the dead internet theory, and that like even YouTubers I talk was like like even YouTubers with bigger channels I realize like a lot of the traffic they get is not intentional, but it's bot traffic. It'll go to the video, view for like 10 seconds, but then leave like a generic comment. So leave a comment, then leave.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of bot comments.
Yeah.
Not on the YouTubers I watch, but there's definitely some big YouTubers I've watched that have bot comments in there.
And the other thing that I like, in conjunction with this too, is like, like comparing from like when I first started really using the internet to today, and you even touched on this, there's only a few sites I go to anymore. And like, I'll do a Google search once in a blue moon.
Yeah, like if I'm curious about something, I'm remembering something.
Exactly, or like I just can't remember where a URL, and I'll just type in the names like, oh, that's the URL.
Yeah, like in terms of searching, I just go on images if I like need something.
Exactly, same. But the way I use the internet now, it's a lot different from like even 10 years ago. So like the usual, like I'll go to one of the CG forums that I like to, just so I can see like kind of keep current on what's going on in the industry. It's not a forum, it's just a collection of web links. And then but it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it. Oh, and Spotify.
Are you Spotify?
Yeah, I do Spotify.
Not Apple Music?
Well, for podcasts.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain podcasts I like to listen to on Spotify. Apple Music, I just listen for listening to music, and I just use the music app.
Yeah.
So I don't use the browser for that. But for like in terms of internet, it's like 5 sites tops that I go to, and that's it.
I think it's like the same.
Oh, and then Amazon.
I have 3 sites: YouTube, Gmail, Instagram.
Yeah.
That's it.
And even Gmail, I don't really use the browser. I just do that on my mobile device, and I just use the Gmail app.
It depends on what I'm on. If I'm on my PC, I'll just use on my Gmail on my computer.
Yeah.
But for my phone, I'll use it on my phone.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just interesting. So it's like before I would be on like multiple sites.
Yeah.
And now it's just like
I
literally a
surfing
handful
through the web, and then now I'm just like stagnant
And
on one website.
The thing that I really hate about the internet today, and I feel this is also driven by the whole dead internet theory, is it feels like, well, it doesn't even feel like it's straight up. The way things are designed now, it's basically you can live in your own echo chamber. So if there's anything that you don't want to see, you can isolate yourself from it. And because of the way the algorithm's set up, it's just going to keep feeding you stuff that reinforces your worldview of things.
Right.
So if you ever see something that challenges you, you can say, oh, I don't want to see this. I want to mute this.
You're like, yeah, don't recommend me this.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
And it's a sad way to live, in my opinion. I always feel you should be challenged on your, like, if somebody has a differing view than mine, great.
Yeah.
I'd rather be challenged in either A, reinforce that what I think is correct, or be proven wrong and have my mind changed.
Right. Yeah.
I like to think I view things from like more of a scientific lens in the sense that nothing's set in stone.
Yeah.
So like what I have is an idea, like, and the idea can be right at the time, but as time goes by, maybe it was wrong, and then some like new information is presented.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, you know what?
Right.
What I thought was wrong. I need to update my information. But a lot of people don't want that because it kind of
They just kind of hop on whatever's.
And to some people, I understand it because it's just the reality they live in. It's very fragile, and to challenge the worldview would just like bring everything crashing down, and it comes. But for most people, I feel like you should have your worldview challenged.
Yeah.
Just to like either A, reinforce that you're on the right path, or B, if you're on the wrong path, you can be shown like, oh, you're on the wrong path and this is why.
It develops growth in both your personality and your mentality.
Yes, I agree. But it's like the way content on the internet and even in media, it's like I really feel like it's designed to dumb people down.
I think for me, thankfully, like for YouTube, I get content from like both sides.
Yeah,
surprisingly,
same.
I don't know how, but I get content from both sides. Like, let's say there's some drama going on, I'll get content served that's either A, supporting their downfall, or B, supporting them as a person, like, oh, they made a mistake, type thing. I'd get both of them, and so I'll watch both of them and see like which one I agree with more. So it's like I'm pretty lucky in that regard, I feel like, in terms of YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the other funny thing too. It's like, talking about YouTube is like, if you want to be successful on YouTube, and I know we're trying to be successful as well.
It's a grind.
It is a grind, but we're doing this more for fun. If we get successful, great. If we don't, it's whatever. We're having fun. For us, it's like
that's how it should be. YouTube shouldn't be treated as a job from the get-go.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is, like, if you look like YouTube like 10, 12 years ago, you could say whatever you want back then.
Yeah, there's no filter.
There was no filter, and there was also no self-censoring. It was kind of like, if you wanted to be successful, it didn't matter what you said. It did it resonate with your viewers. Now, like, even our channel, we've self-censored.
Yeah, like certain words or topics, we've
Yeah.
definitely self-censored. I think it's for me, it's more in line of cancel.
But that's my point, though.
It's like, yeah,
if we lived in the world of like true free thought and free speech,
right,
you should be able to,
be living in fear of getting canceled.
Exactly.
Because like internet cancellation's crazy.
It is.
That'll go beyond the internet.
Well, what gets even more dangerous when it still happens is swatting.
Oh yeah, streamers and stuff, they get swatted.
Yeah.
Some of them get swatted pretty often.
Exactly, and that's the scary part about the internet, and especially like with streamers and stuff like that. Like, oh, they're gonna get swatted. I'm gonna get them swatted for what? Why are you gonna put somebody's life in danger?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not a joke when you're like especially like some of these streamers, they have families.
Yeah,
literally have a family, like small children.
I feel like they should crack down on that. I don't know how they would.
That's the problem. Like,
it's just like a hard thing to.
It's a hard thing to like back channel. To like figure out like what who was the source of the SWAT.
Yeah.
Because I mean, especially if you're using voice over IP, or like even like a Google phone number.
Yeah.
You can mask your address, so basically the call's untraceable.
Yeah, I don't know how they would crack down on that.
Well,
but at least like offer something.
It's very difficult. False. Yeah.
Like, the person shouldn't have to deal with all that if it was a false call.
Yeah.
And so like they should at least offer like reimbursement or something.
The thing is that I can't fault law enforcement because they have to take every call seriously.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're being swatted, and the story is like, the example, you're threatening everybody in the house with a gun, then you're threatening to kill everybody and then yourself. So all the police information they have is you're armed and you're dangerous.
Just like Winter Soldier.
Yeah. But in reality, you're just sitting here talking. You don't even own a firearm.
Right. But like when they break into like your house and they see you not armed, shouldn't
They still have.
I guess they'll still have to follow protocol.
They had they had to follow procedure.
It's just like a weird like territory to dive into.
It is
like what? How could they change it? And then like.
But the thing is, the whole thing starts just because you said something somebody didn't like. In most cases.
Yeah, it's just like. Yeah, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago even, it wasn't like this.
Yeah.
Like you still had open speech.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to fear anyone calling a SWAT team on you.
Yeah.
Or canceling your life.
But the thing is, like the internet today, it feels more and more like, and this falls into the dead internet theory, that it's purposely trying to divide people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is a pretty big role in terms of it's a big hateful.
Yeah, and that's the sad part. There's a lot of hate.
Yeah,
there's a lot of vitriol.
Mm-hmm.
And there shouldn't be. Like if you actually talk to people on the other side, whether you're right or left or whatever, you'd find out you'd have more in common if you actually just talk to each other.
At the end of the day, y'all are just humans.
Yes,
you guys are the same species.
We're all fucked up monkeys.
Mm-hmm. Like, if you really think about it. On a technicality, we're all ancestors.
Well, we're all related.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll find and like, oh yeah, we're cousins, 15 generations apart.
Exactly. So if we're all the same beings, essentially, why is there so much hate? It's because humans derive on drama.
Yeah, and I think we talked about that as well. But yeah, it's the going back to the dead internet theory. It's fascinating and scary at the same time.
It is.
And it also goes back to our other when we were talking about AI in general.
Mm-hmm.
And it falls into like, okay, so they talk about like algorithms, and before we didn't trust them. We like the way we talk about these algorithms because algorithms are only good as the people that wrote the algorithm.
Yeah.
And the problem is a lot of the developers that wrote these algorithms had some sort of bias
mm-hmm.
to like whatever social, I don't want to say agenda, but whatever ideology they had that they felt was right.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like an algorithm in reality should be unbiased. It should be able to weigh things equally. And I think like you even see this today, like when you're trying to do a Google search and the way the algorithm serves the results, it's not. Before in the past, like I remember, like the way search results were weighted was basically by based off of traffic.
Yeah.
So like if you're searching for like you're searching for online shopping, Amazon would be the number one thing that would be served up.
Yeah, because everyone goes on there.
Exactly. But then, now the way the algorithm works, it'll just suggest something, even though it might not be the actual right thing for you.
Yeah.
It'll just say, oh, maybe you want this instead based off your viewing habits.
And now there's links that are sponsored.
Yes.
And that changes up the game pretty quick too.
Yeah. I mean, at least the sponsored ones, at least on Google, it'll say it's an ad.
Yeah, I'll say it on top.
Yeah. But the fact that you're getting served ads first...
And then
the things you actually want is kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And playing devil's advocate, you say, okay, well, this is how the internet still remains free.
Yeah,
because people, companies are paying for that positioning, for that ranking. Because that's the thing. Also, the other thing too is about when you're searching for information on the internet, like using Google or whatever. Most people won't click past the first page, so they'll only look at the first page results.
Yeah. And
if it's not on the first page result, they'll do a new search, and most people very rarely would go to the second page and even beyond the second page.
I feel like people very rarely scroll down; they just click on whatever they see.
The top result.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, myself, I'll go through like multiple pages just because it's a sports habit for me, because that's why I was used to, like, even from back, like, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You would have to, like, sift through the information. It's like, oh, no, this is what I'm actually looking for.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I rarely look for websites. But like for images, I'll scroll down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't usually take like the first couple of suggestions that
Yeah.
they offer. I'll be like, all right, let's see what else you got.
Yeah.
Maybe this one's better.
Well, the other thing too, and this is one feature I do like in Google, like when you're searching for images, is you'll find an image. It might not be the one you want, but it's within the area that you're looking for. So you click on that image,
Oh, and they'll give you related stuff.
and they'll give you more results related to that image that you clicked on.
Yeah.
And like, oh, maybe this is what you're looking for.
It's a very nifty feature.
Yeah.
Narrows down a lot of things for me, especially when it comes to thumbnail making.
Yeah.
It comes in real clutch. But yeah, it's just like, how did the internet evolve to what it is today so hateful? Because like, you know, going back to YouTube in its early days, people were just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
They were just posting stupid stuff on there.
Yep.
Like Smosh was doing lip syncing videos for Pokemon or the anime opening. And then you got some other skit videos.
Well, I mean, a lot of that just because of copyright.
Yeah.
So a lot of those got shut down because of copyright. And the thing is, like the stuff Smosh was doing, that was actually protected because it would be considered parody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Smosh the GOAT. OG. They're still around somehow.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're not as getting as many views as they were before, but they still make...
They're still
relevant.
Yeah. I think just because they evolved, they didn't keep doing the same thing over and over.
They still kept their, like, edgy humor from, like, 20 years ago, which I like a lot. So I give them props. I wanted to see them in VidCon last month, but I didn't go to VidCon. So I missed out. I was like, dang, Smosh was there. I watched them since I was a kid. They're my idols.
Yeah.
Besides, like, a couple other YouTubers. But yeah, and there was, like, a lot of skits back in the day were also pretty... Just edgy humor in general was, like, at, like, the peak.
Yeah.
Like, 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And then now that cancel culture is a thing, edgy humor is just kind of dwindled. Unless you're on Instagram. Instagram carries some of the fucked up shit.
So, I mean, since, you know, we're in the internet and we're talking about YouTube, like, what channels are you mainly watching?
A lot of amalgamation of things. It's not like what I used to be. Like when I was a kid, teenager, I'd watch like one or two channels specifically. So like I'd watch Markiplier or Jacksepticeye. They're like big gaming YouTubers, and they're actually what kind of them two and PewDiePie is what kind of made the path for gaming on YouTube. Like able to make. It's what made gaming on YouTube popular. They're like the pioneers of gaming on YouTube. So, you know, without them, I think gaming wouldn't be as big as it is on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I did watch a lot of Mark and Jack. But nowadays, it's just like whatever I'm interested in. Like, I'll watch reviews for some movies I watched recently or TV shows I watched back like a year ago and seeing like people's opinions about that show. Like lately I've been binge watching reviews for The Boys.
Okay.
And people are like, oh yeah, season 2 was a dumpster fire and all the other seasons were trash. And then I was like, okay, I'll give it a watch. You know, maybe they'll bring up some good points. And a lot of them did bring up good points. They're like, oh yeah, this and this was stupid. They could have written this better. And some of the scenes, or like the writing and some of the scenes could have been a lot better, but they made it cringe. Only the first season was like the best one. So I was like, you know, I agreed with some of like their takes on season 2 and 3. I haven't watched 4, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, that's what I've been binge watching lately. And then I've been watching a lot of 28 Years Later reviews too.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if people agree with me, and people do.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've been watching like a lot of like, just a lot of things, just not like science / informational. So I've been watching like a lot of like my favorite channels right now on YouTube are like Casual Geographic.
I love that guy.
That dude is hilarious.
He's funny.
Yeah, I was
and
like,
he makes like learning about animals. And
yeah, it's just
fun.
Exactly. No, so Casual Geographic is one of my favorite channels.
He dumbs down information for my stupid brain.
Yeah. No lab coat required, which is another really good science one. He was actually the one that got me hooked on Element because he kept talking. He's actually sponsored by them, and then
really?
he was like talking about it. And so I tried it. I was like, damn, this stuff's good. It's like Gatorade without all the trash.
Yeah.
Without the yoga mat.
I don't think I've heard of no lab coat required.
Yeah, it's a really good channel, and he delves into like a lot of like, just a lot of science and like a lot of old ideas and how we got things wrong in the past, and how it's still impacting us today. A good one is like the idea of like fat being bad for you.
Oh yeah.
And that was, that thinking was created, that whole mindset was put in place by this doctor from the late 50s, Ansel Keys.
I see.
And he basically ruined our diet to this day.
Just like consuming a lot of carbs or sugar.
No,
or something.
well, yeah, basically, when you look at like people going, oh, I want something fat free. Well, for a long time, especially like in the 80s and 90s, when they slapped on that fat-free label, that fat was being replaced with sugar.
Which in turn makes you fat.
Exactly. Yeah. Shocker. It's like, oh, why are diabetes rates going up? Maybe because the amount of sugar we're intaking.
Yeah, they're just like replacing a lot of ingredients that are like supposedly bad for you with sugar.
Yeah, exactly. So he talks about a lot of like, he really goes into a lot of flawed science, and how like even science isn't perfect.
Yeah. They're still just discovering new things.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, that's why a lot of things are called theories. That's not like, even the gravity is considered a theory.
Yeah, it's not a certified fact.
Exactly.
At the moment.
It's just, this is our best explanation for why how it works and why it is the way it is. So yeah, no lab coat required is another really good channel that I like to watch. And then one of my other favorite channels, which has influenced our channel a little bit, is the Y Files.
Oh yeah, I've seen you watch a couple episodes from them here and there.
It's great. It's definitely worth watching just because he talks about like some of the craziest conspiracy theories or ideas.
Yeah.
He presents all the information, and then when he gets to the end, he debunks as much as he can. And I really appreciate that. It's like, you can't...
Yeah.
Like, here's all the information, and this is how much of the stuff I can debunk. So he definitely takes it from the skeptic's viewpoint at the end, which I appreciate because that's how you come to the truth.
Right.
And I love the fact that he'll go back to past episodes
and like correct something, or
he'll either correct something or he'll say like, this is why I believe some of these things, because I can't disprove it. Like, there are certain things in the story that are true.
Yeah.
And I can't, like, when he talks about crop circles, he'll even admit the vast majority of them are fake.
Yeah.
But there's like 1% that's like, there's no explanation. He's not saying it's alien.
Right.
But he's also saying, I can't explain how they're being made either.
There was this like quote I heard. It was like, rumors always stem from some form of truth.
Yeah.
Or like urban legends or something. They always stem from
myths and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Certain myths and stories that are passed down, they're based on some sort of fact. But yeah, so those are like the three main channels I love watching on YouTube.
Yeah, I forgot. There's this one channel I'm binge watching.
Oh, actually, there's another really good one I think you watch too from time to time, is a gaming historian.
I've watched like here and there. Yeah, if it pops up, I'll watch it.
It's fun, like watching the history of like certain like old like Nintendo games and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like especially like my favorite one, what he was talking about when he did Super Mario 3.
I feel like I'm watching a different historian. I don't think it's the same one. But
this one's called Gaming Historian.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched a lot of gaming videos,
Yeah.
so I kind of lose track on whose channel I'm watching.
Yeah.
But I lied. There is one channel I'm binge watching. Ryan Trahan.
Okay.
He's a vlogger.
Okay.
But he's not like your ordinary vlogger, where it's like a 30-minute. He has like a really fun personality, and right now he's doing, staying in 50 states and all 50 states in 50 days series, and it's he's doing it for charity, St. Jude.
Okay.
So he's just trying to garnish as much money for this charity, and right now they're surpassing 3 million.
And just we'll put links below for all these channels that we're talking about.
Yes.
So you can definitely give these guys, like, all these channels a watch. Yeah.
Please, they're really great people.
Yeah.
Especially Ryan. What he's doing is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to like the skeptic people, like trying to debunk it as much as possible. That reminds me of this one channel I used to binge watch too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll still watch him here and there if he uploads. But his name was John Wolf.
Okay.
He would debunk all these ghost videos that you would see in like Nuke's Top 5 or
like Slapped
Ham.
Yeah.
He would watch these video compilations and try to debunk as much things as possible. Like, oh, this is edited. This is a cut right here. You can see the cut right here.
Yeah.
There's this. That's an MP3 file.
It's funny you mentioned that because your brother, he loves watching Slapped Ham.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of him because he's skeptical.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, he was like, no, that's not a ghost. You can see X, or like, this is nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's definitely ones that's like, okay, it might be something there, but he doesn't take it in wholesale, which is great. He's not like, oh my god, it's a ghost. Oh, did you see that?
I mean, same with this YouTuber. Like, if he's something he can't debunk, he'll just be like, yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I can't.
Can't say. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's edited, but I can't.
Or maybe it's a real thing. I can't say 100% for sure, but yeah, I can't debunk this one either. So
yeah, he'll be like, "This is kind of weird. I can't fully explain it." So he's pretty cool to watch too. If you're like a skeptic for the paranormal and like want to see explanations and how people do it sometimes.
Actually, there's one other channel that it's also borders in the weird because he just it's kind of like Slapped Ham in a way, but he posts like a lot of weird videos from all over the world.
Oh, is it that time travel guy?
No, he has posted those videos there too, but this is dude based out of Brazil, and it's like the Incredible channel or something like that, or we'll put a link below. I can't remember the exact name off the top of my head, but he just posts like some of the videos he posts are just really weird. I mean, he doesn't say it's not. There are some that are like maybe aliens, some that are maybe ghosts, but then there's other stuff. It's like just like natural phenomenon that's just really weird. You're like, what the hell? It's like it just reinforces, for at least for me, that we live on an amazing planet. Like, we don't have to travel off world to see something amazing. Yeah.
This planet definitely holds a lot of beauty
and mystery.
Yeah. We're still finding things out. We still haven't discovered all of the ocean.
Exactly. So we know more about space than we do our own ocean.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
Yeah.
Like, how's that possible? We live on this planet.
Exactly.
Shouldn't we know about the ocean?
Yep.
But we don't.
Yeah.
We don't even know what lies on the bottom of the Mariana Trench. We might though.
We might.
I haven't looked into that.
I'm not saying it's the aliens, but it's the aliens.
Exactly.
But I guess with that, I think we could probably wrap it up unless you have anything else.
Check out all the channels we talked about.
Yeah.
They were the pioneers of YouTube. They make great content, and they're good people.
Yep. So thanks for joining our little rant about the internet and how it's changed, and
that's right.
our views, our little tin hat theories, and we'll see you on the next one. So make sure to like and subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Please.
Ding, 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 ding.
Onegaishimasu.
Animation!
What was that animation? Like you're some sort of messed up Hadouken?
I'll add something in post.
Okay.
Yeah,
you do that.
It's a jump scare.
Nice.
All
right.
Anyways.
Imagination.
Exactly.
Okay. With that, we're out. Thanks for joining.
See you later, guys.